Okay guys, I want to show you an engine that's been well taken care of. You see how clean that is? Okay, this has got over 150,000 kilometers on it. I don't know how many miles that is, but okay, super clean. I'm going to show you the cams and all that. Okay, here's the cams. Look how clean that is. It's amazing, huh? No oil like the other engine. And here are the other parts. That is a clean motor. That's what happens, folks, when you change your oil. Every time it's supposed to be changed. As far as this one's concerned, it's every 90 days. And this is your result. Okay? So my recommendation, get the cheapest oil money can buy and change your filter every time and change your engine often. You don't need that stupid ass freaking synthetic crap that everybody uses and swears by. It's not necessary, trust me. As you can see, I've been doing engines for a very long time. I know better, okay? So there's one certain old man on YouTube, and you all know who he is, that's better than me. Other than that, I don't know what to say. The only thing I have to say is change your oil regularly with the cheapest oil. You'll save money, and then your engine will last a long time. Okay, oil did not blow this engine up. It was overheated water, and the situation, and I'll show you. As far as the head is concerned, this burn mark is a blown head gasket because the combustion chamber gases are going across the cylinders, and in the back it's beginning here, and this one is good. Okay, the chain is also loose. Let me show you all something else. I don't know if you all can see it through that. No, you cannot. Hold on. And on the back of the head there was this little plug for the water, and I found this. Oh my, and that was another point where the leak was coming from. So, the best thing to do while you're doing that is also to change your coolant temperature sending unit, which we're going to do, okay? We're going to do all that shit. Timing chain, new head gasket. Going to re-gasket the whole engine, and also we're going to change this coolant temperature sensor and this. It's like I call it a butt plug for an engine. So we're going to change the butt plug, okay? And also the head. We are going to take this head to the machine shop. Okay? Going to resurface that whole thing. And this particular engine at this time does not need its valves turned, so I don't have a video on that. Or, you know, just got to get this thing on the road quick like. Alright, and plus the valves don't need to be resurfaced, so I can show you guys on another engine for that. And sadly it has to be taken today immediately so this thing doesn't sit, because I use this vehicle a lot. Okay,
we do cheap cars.
This video repair series covers a fully detailed and technical process of changing a blown head gasket on a Toyota Fortuner. For the 2TR gas engine, there is no current detailed video on YouTube or online for that matter, as of now. These videos will be a multi-part series that covers all the aspects of the procedure of doing this job from beginning to the end. Enjoy our hard work. Thanks for watching.
guys, when I paint this cover, like I said, this is not a 99-point restoration car or a show car, okay? This is designed to just make the cover look good, so that when I add the motor together, it looks like a completely restored engine, which is far from the truth, okay? And that's the whole purpose of this painting. No, I'm not going to use primer, and I did not degrease every inch of this cover, but I removed enough to the point where there is hardly any grease left over, and I also used paint thinner to get a lot of the oil off, so it'll look like new, trust me, when I'm done.
This video is sponsored by Muscle Shirts, the premier online store for everything car related. Please check us out at muscleshirts.store and support us by getting one of our awesome products. We have a 15% discount for you at the checkout, link in the description. Discount code below, 1 per customer, 8XYWFJS4JXA. Okay guys, you should have had the head resurfaced at this time, and this is an example of a properly resurfaced head. Now what we're going to do, we're going to start measuring the axis like an X, like I showed you in this picture. You can pause it at any time and then make sure everything is straight, and then after that it's time to bolt it on.
Okay, now we're going to mark the head of the bolt in a 12 o'clock position, so we can, actually 9 o'clock position, so we can determine, or any position, so we can determine 90-degree angle. Okay, it'll be 90 degrees one time and 90 degrees the second time, and that's the proper torque. Okay.
Okay, at this stage you're going to be torquing the head in 3 progressive steps. Okay, first torque it down to 39 Newton meters as you see in the chart. And then after that, you're going to be torquing it to 90 degrees for the first, and an additional 90 degrees for step 3. And you need to do that on all the bolts. And the chart that I showed you in the first picture will be the chart you're going to go by to make this happen.
Just put a yellow dot on the top of the bolt on 1. outside of it. Okay, make sure it's all the same. Okay, in case you guys didn't see it, you see how they're all at the top of the bolts. Okay. So when this thing gets torqued, okay, this is going to rotate around to here. And then a second time I'm going to do it, it's going to rotate to here. So it's going to go from the 12 o'clock position to the 6 o'clock position by the time you're done, okay? Okay, we're going to go 90 again. Or we're going to go 90 now, okay? Starting.
Okay guys, this is where the torque gets really interesting. To torque these heads, you need to use the sequence that I've shown you here and torque it to 39 Newton meters, and then 90 degrees, same sequence, and then after that an additional 90 degrees, same sequence. And after that, the torque will be complete. Now before you do any of this, you need to lubricate the bolts with regular motor oil before you start the torque sequence. And this is the correct way to torque a 2TR 4-cylinder Toyota engine, gas.
From number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? Number 4 and number 5, okay? As far as this side, it says E. E means exhaust, number 2. So number 1 is, like I said, the big cap right there. And number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Okay guys, you get that? That is a proper sequence for a 2TR engine, 2.7 liter, and a 1TR engine is also compatible with this, setup.
Alright y'all, in this situation, I went through every parts store in town, could not find a gasket for the stupid engine, and it's very common. They did not have a gasket for it. So over here, I had to go make a gasket on my own. You all know how to do the drill. Just use a socket and bang around the opening that you're doing with a piece of gasket material, and then cut it out with scissors. That's it. That's simple. Okay, in this installation sequence, you have to be very careful with these O-rings. Now, you're going to see two of them on the face side, which is going to be for the water pump. And you're going to see one more small one at the bottom. It's going to be for the oil pump. And you're going to see another small one at the very, very bottom, right over here. It's going to be the oil pump to the oil pan O-ring. Okay, now, these things have a tendency to come out. And how I solved the problem was I super glued a small dab on each O-ring to hold it down. If you don't, it will come off and you'll never know it's off. Next thing you know, you fire up the engine and you have no oil pressure or water leaks everywhere. You need to make sure they are on correctly.
Okay guys, this is going to be torqued in this pattern. Can y'all see it? Okay. Bolt A, which is right here, is going to be 11 pound-feet, and the rest of these bolts is going to be 9 pound-feet. So we're going to torque them down normally first.
Okay, before the timing chain, we're going to be dealing with the balance shaft chain. Okay, you have to make sure the timing marks are on there. On the left side balance shaft, the right side balance shaft, the crankshaft, and they are all going to be keyed with a different colored link on the timing chain of the balance shaft. Okay, and that has to be mated to the dot on the pulley, or actually the gear, and it has to be correctly aligned to make sure it's done the right way. Every gear has a timing mark. The intermediate shaft gear has one. You can see it on the left hand side. And the crankshaft gear has another. Be sure to put the timing mark in between the links as shown in this picture. Don't forget, the intermediate shaft gear has two timing marks. One aligns with the chain, the other one aligns with the left hand side balance shaft. Make sure all timing marks are lined up on the intermediate shaft and both balance shafts, left and right, and also the crankshaft at the bottom, which is the only one that has a mark in between two links. Install the top chain tensioner at this time.
Okay, cams are lined up. This mark here and this mark here. Factory already did it for us, which is good.
Okay, when installing the chain, you need to focus on the chain itself. There is going to be a link that does not look like the rest of the link. It's either colored yellow or it's darker than the rest of the chain. And you're going to put one on the exhaust side, which is going to be a dot on the pulley, as you see here, and it's going to be 13 degrees off from the center line. And you're going to put the other one on the right hand side, which is the intake side, and it's also going to be aligned to the little hash mark on top of the VVTi pulley. A correctly timed configuration is shown on this chart. This is how it should be. On the left hand side, it's going to be a link on the dot, and on the right hand side it's going to be a link on the hash mark on the intake side, and at the very bottom of the crankshaft is going to be a dot that's going to be in between two links. Once all this is established, and also the balance shaft chain, you're good to go. The engine is properly timed. Make sure the balance shaft timing marks are aligned as shown here, and that's a perfectly timed balance shaft. Double check that the dot on the gear is aligned in between the two links on the crankshaft. Double check this, it's very important. Attention advertisers and potential sponsors. You're just a short email or contact from placing your ads with us. We can surely accommodate your company and increase your bottom line by showing our audience your wonderful products available for purchase. The products are not used or kept by us, but rather be given away to our audience for free, further increasing exposure of your product to more and more new subscribers, further increasing your chance of a sale here or in our secondary campaign by attracting new clients or subscribers attracted to your product given away by a raffle. It's a win-win for BBG Cars and your company.